Okay. Hello everyone. Um, Good evening for all of you. Well, let me introduce myself first before I start this English club. Anyway, this is our first time, so we are happy to have all of you here actually, because uh, together we can practice our English, right? So yeah, thank you. Good evening. Yeah, thank you, Kak Indah. Um, I'm Novia, and I will be your moderator for tonight. For actually, Wayan, the speaker tonight is my friend, my classmate actually, and I thanks to him because he is willing to share his knowledge and dedicate his time as well for sharing about English. Because honestly, he is my inspiration when it comes to English. Yeah, that's the fact actually, Wayan. Like, I really admire your English and public speaking. So you guys, actually, it is a bonus for you because not only you can learn
Thank you.
about English, but also you can also get to know how the way Wayan like present, and it's really it's really cool for me. Like I learned a lot from him, I think. Well, let me share screen. Um, yeah. So can you see my screen?
Yes, no, we can see now.
Okay. Okay, take a moment. Yeah. So this English club, as I said before, it is the new one for our program. But maybe some of you already know that we focus on leaderships, and we already have some activities as well, especially scholarships in scholarships program. But with this English club, it's very important as well, the program, because we aim to, you know, not only practicing English for Indonesian or Asian, but if possible, the good thing as well is to share the culture. That's also like quite interesting to me at least. Well, yeah, this is the activities: leadership, scholarships, English club, and literacy. And yeah, as I said before, like not only we practice the English, but also if we can exchange the culture and also do networking. So you guys, it is not that formal. Like, yeah, I will tell you later with the rules. So this is the English club team. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Before the rundown. Yeah. So before the rundown, let me explain a bit how to make the studying fun, or maybe like discussion here, how to make the discussion fun. So we really encourage you to be active, um, and then if you are okay to open your camera, it is really encouraged because when showing your picture, it somehow can increase the enthusiasm of our peers here in this learning circle. And then we encourage also to be polite, because we want to create a safe space for everyone. So we try a lot to everyone can speak freely, but being polite and uh, avoid like something maybe sensitive, something like that. And then we are not judging. Maybe my opinion is kind of different than others, so we need to respect as well with others' opinion. And then when people are speaking, I know that everyone wanna be very active, but Yeah, so we avoid to overlap as well. Like let them finish first with their idea and practice with the speaking, and later it will be your turn to speak as well. Um, yeah, I know that you guys already what more. Yeah, the related to the rundown, like after this opening, I will just pass the activities to Wayan, our speaker, and then we actually like designing kind of breakout room, but let's see whether it is possible or not. And I will also ask Wayan um, to his opinion whether we gonna have the breakout room or just in the main room. So I will give it, I mean, like the floor to Wayan. Um, well, that's all from my side. And Wayan, do you want me to um,
Yeah,
or
maybe I can take it from here if you
okay,
don't mind.
okay, okay.
All right, so
Thank you.
yeah, hello everyone. So good evening or good morning or good afternoon, whatever you are right now. So maybe I think I will share my screen later, right? Okay. I will share my screen because I want a little bit control of my slides. So okay, cool. So I really appreciate your time. I mentioned earlier, so I really appreciate your time. It's just a Sunday night and a Ramadan. So I really appreciate your time and being with us tonight. So, before we kick off the session, I just want to mention that I am not an English trainer. No, I am not an English expert. So I'm just someone like you who really passionate about English and maybe excited about English and has spent years and dedicated years to study English. So I got something that I can share with you a little bit and hopefully that you can apply it after this sharing section. So so this is the purpose of the session. So I just want you to feel comfortable, maybe engaged in the discussion as much as possible, and trying to speak it up and trying to get something out of this sharing session, because you're going to spend with us around an hour, hopefully. So I think I'll try my best. So for you to get something out of this program. So a bit about my background is, as I mentioned, I'm not an English trainer. I'm just a working professional in the field of the human resource management. So I'm now taking up a master, MBA, and MSc concentration in sustainability management at the UGM and the University of Agder for Norway. So I finished my master's undergrad study back in 2020. So it's a 3 years-ish from Oxford University. So then if you wish to connect with me later after the program, you can connect with me on Instagram or on LinkedIn if you wished. So this is a bit of my bio, and also I want to share about how I started learning English, because I think most of us from Asia started learning English as a subject since we are little, so maybe A, B, C, D, all the way up to the high school. So we learn it as a subjects. So I think I mentioned with a note earlier, we learn it English as a subjects, not as a language. So after the matriculation exam, so I know I got a little bit about vocabularies, grammar rules, and its usage, but I don't know how to apply it, how to integrate that sort of knowledge into communication, especially English speaking. So in Burma, because I'm originally from Myanmar, or formerly known as Burma, so we have a usually 1 year gap after the matriculation exams and before we go to the university. So I was lucky enough to go to British Council. So we have like American Center, British Council, other language and institutions. So I went to the British Council for 1 year, particularly to learn about the communications and English speaking. So after that 1 year, so we got to choose which university we want to go, maybe government university, the private university. But I was lucky enough to go to the private university where I have the English speaking environment, so I can continue my language practice and the language skills, because we speak in English on campus and in a classroom. So I think this is how I built it up, my language proficiency since after the matriculation exam all the way up to the undergrad studies. So this is a bit of my passion and a background of it. So maybe before we go further, I want to hear a little bit of your background, maybe your name. What are you studying if you're a university student, or what do you do for work if you're a working professional already? And then the last question I want to think of is about why do you want to study English? Because there's so many languages, but why English? So maybe can we have like sort of introduction individually? Would be nice for us to get to know each other. Who want to start first? So I'm not sure. It's up to you. Okay, go for it.
Hello, Ryan.
Hello, hello.
Am I
Yeah, audible. We can hear you.
all right? So, my name is Afif Yati, but you can call me Afif. I'm a research assistant in Pajajaran University in West Java. I graduated from UGM
Ah,
biology. My major is biology. So, yeah, I'm very excited to meet you.
all right.
Well, um, there are some reasons why I really want to master English, both for active and passive skills. The first one is related to my job because as a research assistant, of course, I work with English very much like uh, reading, writing, and even I have to publish paper to the journals. So I really need that skills, and I realized that my writing is not so good. I often get like so very bad review from reviewers from the journal because we are Asian, right? So sometimes our writings seems very weird, not understandable. So yeah, that's one of my challenge in at my work. And uh, as a research assistant, my career path is in research, of course. So, in order to continue my degree, I have to study overseas
Mm.
to get as much as possible, like experience, knowledge, connections, and so forth. So I think English is mandatory, and it is uh, we all know that most information are available in English. So I have no reason to not study English, to not master English.
Right. That
That's
totally makes sense. Thank you so much.
yeah.
All right, go for it.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, audible.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. Well, good night, everyone. My name is Herlia Yuliantini. You can call me Herlia. Currently, I work as a nurse in chemotherapy ward in one of the hospital managed by Ministry of Health in Semarang, one of the city in Central Java province. Well, my motivations to learn English is because I am one of the coordinator of English club in my hospital. So we have English club here with so many Civitas Hospitalia, not only doctors, nurses, but also another hospital staff. And I also have an English club with my friends because I have experience in joining summer school at Russia in 2013. So we make an English club together. And I love learning so many languages actually. Yeah, sometimes my friends call me as polyglot, but actually it's not because I'm still learning. And I love English very much because I really want to continue and pursue my master degree in UK.
All right, lovely.
So yeah, I do really happy that I can join this session, but maybe because I'm going to my hospital because I'm going to have my night shift, I will be a silent reader, a silent participant. Thank you so much. Back to
No
you,
worries,
Wei.
no worries. All right, you may go. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Okay, anyway, you can go.
Okay, it's my turn. Good evening, everyone. My name is Aisiti Nurhayati, but you can call me Ai. It's not AI, but Ai. And then right now I'm working as what is it, financial specialist in my company, and my company is working in construction field. And my motivation to learn English, of course, I don't know why, but since I was a kid, I really love English. And after that, I really want to continue my study to master, and I would like to what is it like take Australia or UK. And also, as we know that English is international language, so what is it like, so many benefit we got if we understand enough or be mastering or fluent in English. So maybe that's one of some of my motivations to learn English more. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you so much. Lovely.
Okay, so I think it's my turn. Good morning, not good morning, good evening, everyone. My name is Odit and currently stay in Surabaya, East Java. And currently I'm working as a teacher for global perspective lesson. And why I wanna join this club is because I wanna be more fluent when I have to speak in English, because every day when I teach my students, I have to speak in English, and I know that my capability is still not that high actually. For everyday conversation, I think yes, I can do it, but for academical report and something like that, I think I have to learn more. And sometimes I also do some grammatically error that in education field, it's supposed to be not okay if I do some grammatical error. And that's why I have to learn more and more. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. So do we have anyone who haven't introduced yet? Or maybe that's it? I think that's it. So, okay, I will continue sharing my screen and continue our lessons. Not lesson, actually. Okay, this is something I want to mention. It's not a training, it's not a teaching section. It's just something that I want to share. Okay, just want to make it clear. So this is something I shared. Maybe think of it as sharing, your brothers is sharing to you about his experience and stuff. So yeah, I just want to make it very maybe informal and make it relaxed, so we can have all of us can have a little bit of like comfortable. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna share my screen. So wait a second. Let me know if you can see the screen or. All right. So so as I mentioned, I'm originally from Burma, so I just want to give you a little bit of what Burma looks like. So maybe you get to know about my country, Myanmar, in case if you want to explore or visit in the near future. So I just want you to guess some of the numbers. So I just maybe I will take 3 guesses from you. So starting from the first number, 1989. What do you think that number represents about Burma? Maybe if you have any idea. What do you think that would be about this number? Maybe you can guess. There's no wrong or right. As no information. There's no right or wrong response or answer. So yeah, this one. What do you think that number means?
I think that's Independence Day, isn't it?
I would say no. Do you have any other opinion about it? Well, one of the number, okay, is a hint that one of the number is about Independence Day, but it's not 1989.
Oh, Burma create in 1989.
That's right, yeah. So
Yeah.
especially the military changed the name from Burma to Myanmar in 1989 because they have some sort of reasons to distrust the colonial past, maybe lead to the prosperous future, but I don't buy the idea. So I still want to address my country as Burma to Myanmar. So I think it's not a sensitive term, but for me, just my personal reasons, I still want to address as Burma over to Myanmar. So I think it's both state is nationally recognized, I would say. So yeah, it's 1989. We have like the name changes in the country. So what do you think of 54? I think it's one of the easiest one.
Can
Hopefully
I guess? Maybe like the total population.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, that's right, yeah. We have like 54 million people. Yeah, that's correct. So what about 1997?
Wayan, sorry to disturb.
Go for it.
Just to inform like everyone, like you are very free here, guys, to speak. Just open your mic. Yeah.
That's something I forgot to mention. Free to just interrupt me if I'm speaking a little bit fast because this is my normal pace. So if I'm trying to slow it down, I might make a mistake. So so yeah, just feel free to let me know. Yeah, if I'm speaking a little bit fast. So all right. So what do you think of 1997?
1997, the year the Burma joined the ASEAN.
Lovely. Correct. Did you Google it or?
Of course.
All right. Yeah.
I don't have enough. I don't have enough history. History
Yeah, that's
class
right.
about
That's
this.
right.
So
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah, we
Thanks.
submitted. That's right. That's right. We submitted the membership application in 1996, so we became the official member of the ASEAN in 1997, along with the Laos. So like we joined together. So what do you think of 135? It's yeah, it's not too tough, I would say, but a little bit maybe hard to guess for you, hopefully.
What kind of?
Should I? Okay. Okay. For this one, I will give you the answer. Is we have officially 135 ethnic minorities in Burma. So it is it's a ethnic group. So we have like 135 official. So yeah. So I think this is the one of the easiest one, 1948.
Yes.
Independence Day, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Exactly. Indonesia in 45 and Myanmar
Right.
in 48.
Yeah. Yeah. We got independence from the British. So in 1948. So what do you think of 89? I think this number is an approximate number, I would say. 80, sometimes they said 90, sometimes they say 88, sometimes they said 89. So it's just the average number. So I took it 89. So I'll give you a hint. It's about the religion.
There are 89 prophets, or
it's about the should be related to religion.
Oh.
Mm.
Maybe.
The temples?
I would say yes.
the temple? Really?
No. I wouldn't say yes. No, it's not. It's not about temples. Okay. It is okay. I'll give you the answer. So it is about 89, sometimes 90, sometimes 88% of the populations consider themselves as a Buddhist. So just like Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Burma, so we have sort of like majority of the populations are Buddhist. So yeah, I think we also share some sort of similarities, such as New Year. So even in Thailand, they have a Songkran. Maybe there will be a New Year in Cambodia. In Burma, we call it Water Festival, Thinjan. So we sort of share some religion in terms of the religion. So we share some similarities and celebrations. So I think so. This is a little bit about my background. My country's background. So before we go to the next slide, I just want you to ask: does anyone of you know about Burmese word or some how to say greeting in Burmese language or Myanmar language. Do you know it? No, do you know that?
I don't have any idea about it.
Ah, right.
Ka. It's like brother or sister, no?
Ko, yeah, ko is like
Ko.
mess. Ko, yeah, ko is like mess.
Ko.
So,
Okay.
ko, yeah. So
What
I will
about
give you
Mbak?
some. Yeah,
What
sorry.
about Mbak? How to say Mbak in
It's ma,
Ma?
yeah.
Okay.
I usually call, if you know, I usually call Dewi, Ma Dewi. So ma is like I'm back. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna teach you two useful phrases, I would say. So because it's like essential if you're going to Burma, and you're gonna say hi, hello, and you will say thank you, makasih ya. So you will say such sort of words. So I think it's important for you to, maybe it would be useful for you to use if you are going to Burma in the coming future. So if you want to say hello, you can say Mengalaba. It's a full word. So Mengalaba, it's a hi, saying very friendly, that could be used in informal and informal situations, but we use it in every sort of occasions and it's acceptable. So we stay using Mengalaba as a greeting. And then if you want to say makasih ya or terima kasih, you can say Jezuba. So Jezuba, I think it should be easy. Jezuba is me, thank you. So you can use these words and maybe in the future. So hopefully, yeah. So let's go to the next slide. So these are the two famous Burmese cuisines, because I put it these two cuisines because I'm really missing a lot these days. So the country I'm in right now, I cannot access, I don't have that like accessibility to Burmese food. So I really missed it a lot. So on your left, it's we call it mohinga. Mohinga is like a noodle and the fish soup. What is it? Is it similar to soto? Soto is like maybe rice and some sort of, but maybe it's like a soup type. So mohinga, some of it considered a national dish because we have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner or supper. We eat it in every occasion. So I think it's one of the famous one in Burma. And then on your right is tea leaf salad. It's a long-standing history because in the ancient times we used the people used tea leaf salad as a peace offering or the signs of peace symbols between the kingdoms. But nowadays we use it as a symbol of hospitality, celebration, or togetherness. So it's a must try for the tourists like you if you're going to Burma. So I think maybe you will remember and have a chance to taste it. All right. Oops. Oops. Where? Wait. Okay. So it's a little bit sharing about the destination that you can explore. There's an inner lake. I think people roll with their legs, so it's one of the unique characteristics of that region. So I've been there 2 times already, but I still want to go there. Maybe if I have the chance, opportunity, or in the future. And then we have a Bagan. Bagan is an Asian capital or Asian city, I would say, and is one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And then we have a Australia Pagoda in Yangon, the commercial city like Jakarta. Mostly, I think if you're going to Burma, I think you will come across the former capital city. Now the capital city is Naypyidaw, which is basically the political city. So these are some of the famous destinations for you to have a look it up before you go to Burma. So I think I will start with a little bit sharing. When it comes to learning English, there are some visible and underrated aspects, or I would say what people can see and cannot see in learning language for us as a learner. So what they can see is like how we are making conversations or communications effortlessly or fluently, meaning that we can understand jokes or we can discuss different topics, we can interact with people, and so that we can engage in the conversations naturally. So for someone who can speak English well, will be able to sort of deliver the perfect presentation or public speaking with a confidence, and how he or she engaged with the audience. This is something that people can see from a distance. So this is usually followed by the confidence. So for me personally, I use the language fluency as a confident boost whenever I have to give a presentation or the sharing session like this, because I know that I can handle the situation well, maybe using my language fluency, and somehow I could manage it to get to run that session smoothly. So I think confidence using that language to boost the confidence is something maybe people can see. I will explain later. And then if you are really fluent in English, you will feel empowered. And then these are the confidence and empowerment is that what you can feel as an emotion, as a feeling that people can see from the outside. People sometimes can see if you're nervous, or if you are not really confident, or if you're not really empowered in that sort of situations, people can see, sometimes people really can feel it, how you are presenting or how you are delivering that speech. So I think it's sort of things that people can see. And then opportunity, I think most of us, or most of you already know, I'm just sharing, there's countless opportunity that the language fluency, particularly the English language proficiency, can unlock it for you. You name it, just sort of career advancements, educations, travel prospects. So because I'm currently doing the solo traveling, also doing my research remotely, so I can see that the opportunity coming in, so I can engage with other travelers like me, making a connection and stuff. So I think it's a countless opportunity you can see and throughout your language journey. Also, there will be other opportunity that you will see. But what language proficiency can make it for you is that to have you to get that opportunity a little bit faster or maybe effectively. So I think that these sort of aspects are what people can see. I would say it's just the tip of the iceberg, that what we can see above the water surface. It's just very tiny part of the language journey that people can see, but there are other aspects that people can see is under the water. So like if I give you an example of the iceberg. So what people can't see, but we are trying to cope with that, is a commitment. I think proficiency cannot be achieved overnight. We all know that. So it takes time, it takes commitment, it takes dedication in terms of your energy, your effort, to reach that level that you want to achieve and in terms of the proficiency. So I would say so, the commitment, and then followed by the continuous learning. Continuous learning, I think, is not limited to English language, but also your career aspects. Continuous learning happen. What people think it's like when you reach to the level of the proficiency, we can stop learning. We can stop learning the process. But I don't think it doesn't work that way. So we have to keep it up with what is changing in terms of the new vocabularies. It doesn't mean you have to formally study, but there are different ways you can do. If you like to listen to the podcast, you can hear the new words and sort of you can keep upgrading your language proficiency. I think continuous learning has played a crucial role, especially learning a language. And then fear mistakes. Thank you so much, No, for mentioning there's no right or wrong. So sometimes we as English as a second language learner, we sometimes feel the fear of mistakes, especially when you are in the level of improving your language. Sometimes we might be thinking, what if I make the grammar mistakes when I speak English? Or maybe what if I'm pronounced incorrectly? Or maybe if you're in a sharing session like this, or maybe seminar or 1 minute, I want to have a question, but what if my question sound weird? Or what if my question sounds maybe stupid to others, for example? So I think we have sort of like the kind of thinking process going on at the back of our head and holding us back to really speak it up and push it to the fear of mistakes. So what I want to mention is, I think mistakes are part of the process, and we have to understand that we are allowed to make the mistakes. So mistakes. I think without mistake, I don't have no clue how we are making a progress. So I think understanding that we are allowed to make a mistake and we are okay to make the mistakes. I think that somehow gradually leads to the level of advancement to my perspective. So and then the language breakdowns, especially I will give you an example. So now I'm studying a master in sustainability management. And if someone asks me to discuss about the sustainability in 2 or 3 years time, maybe around 2020, 2021, we might have a communication breakdown. So because I don't have the vocabularies, communication breakdowns happen when we are trying to discuss some area that we are not very familiar with. That's my personal perspective. So I think this sort of situations could happen. So even in sustainability, now I might be able to discuss about sustainability, sustainable practices, standards. But even in sustainability context, there are some sort of I would say topics that I'm not really familiar with. So it's a broad topics. It's for us as a human how to cover all of the aspects. So I will give you tips and tricks about how to approach it without pushing yourself too hard. No. So I think I will let you know maybe at the end of the closing section. So I think communication breakdown that happens, but people don't really notice about it. What they see is our proficiency, our confidence, maybe the opportunity we got through the language proficiency. And then motivation slams, that happens all the time. Sometimes we are not feeling motivated to study, especially now I'm writing my thesis, not even in learning a language. I don't sometimes feel it encouraging to write my thesis. Okay, sometimes I just want to let it go and happen what it happens. So, but understanding our motivation slams is important. Starting to realize it's okay to have a motivation slams. Maybe you can distract yourself through hanging out with friends or watching Netflix, or maybe take a trip. So and then you have to get a control of yourself back to get on the track. So I think it's important to be aware of the motivation slams, and sometimes we feel the slow progress in learning a language. We're not having a progress that we think we will have in that particular time. So I think it happens, and I want you to know that is normal. It's normal, and it's not something that just us facing this kind of problem. I think most of the language learners, not just in English, other language learner, maybe if you're learning Burmese, you might sort of have the sort of challenges. If I'm learning Bahasa, I might also have that kind of challenges as well. So I think it's knowing that sort of challenges and how to cope with it is really important. And I would say these are the what people see and what we are actually struggling behind the scenes of their visibility. So I think maybe you were I will give you some tips and tricks later on. So maybe we would just jump into the discussion session. It's not appearing. Okay, let me just check. In the discussion section, no, I'm not sure how many people, are we enough people to have a small groups in the breakout room? I'm not sure.
So yeah, I will ask to the audience as well. Do you guys want to have like a breakout room, or in the main room to have the discussion is just fine?
So sorry to interrupt. I also make that discussion relevant to the sharing session, because it's not a training, it's not a teaching. It just it's about the reflection of your challenges and finding a solution together how to overcome it. So I think it would be helpful for all of you. Also, we got to learn from each other as well. Do you want to have a breakout room, maybe 2 people in a group, or I'm not sure if it is what you want?
Yeah, I think so. It is more essential if we have a breakout room, because it is getting more intensive with the small people.
All right. I think 2 people in a group could be effective, I would say. I'm not sure how many people we have right now.
Okay.
18,
Probably 3 groups. 3 or...
Yeah, I think 2 to 3 people. Yeah, they should be fine.
How many groups, sorry? 5?
Maybe 2 people in a group?
2 people?
Or, yeah.
2.
Or 3 maybe?
3, okay. 3
Up
is
to you.
3 to 4.
Okay. 6 here. Let me
So I
automatic
think it's
here.
so maybe in the discussion group, I just want to briefly share about your language journey.
Mm.
Maybe there's challenges that you faced in the past or you are currently facing in learning a language, and then work together to find the solutions that you think will be helpful to overcome those challenges. And then also don't forget to select one representative from each group to share with the rest of it after the discussion session, so we can learn from each other. Because most of the challenges we face as a language learner are common. So I think it will be helpful for us as well.
Wayan, do you mind to join the breakout room or
Okay, maybe you can exclude me or
how to exclude?
yeah.
Wait.
If it is challenging, just put me in some in one group. Yeah, I'll just
Okay.
mute it.
Okay. I know it. Like allow participant to choose the room. Wait. Okay, no. Okay.
Or
Okay.
maybe 15 minutes is enough for you? Do you think? I mean, especially for the audience, I'm going to take 15 minutes or 20 minutes. It's up to you. I'll give you the floor. It's just about the
15, yeah.
discussion. Yeah, it's just about the discussion. But at the end of the discussion, we will have one person from each group sharing what you got in your group. So maybe just 15 or 20 minutes for the discussion will be fine to you.
Okay. I already create 6 rooms, so everyone can choose. Yeah.
Hello, no.
Hello.
Yeah, I can't wait to listen to the approaches and strategies. Yeah, I really can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
26 seconds.
Maybe if everyone's here, so we can start one group by group. So yeah, maybe wait a little while for everyone to be here.
Anyway, Ria here. She is also in my team in Mockingbird.
Hello.
Okay. Okay. Hello.
Hello, I am.
Hello.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I really miss Ramadan because
Mm.
I was in Georgia last year during the Ramadan, so I really miss the vibe and the culture aspect. So yeah, really miss Georgia a lot these days. So
Hello, we come back again from the breakout room.
all right, perfect.
Yeah, it's really lovely conversation though. I mean, yeah, it's really nice to talk with my friend in the breakout room. We
All right,
discuss a
lovely.
lot. Yeah, that's such a lovely.
Right, thank you so
Mhm.
much. Hopefully, you can also share with the rest of the other teams what you got from your discussion.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I think if everyone is here, feel free to go for volunteering if you wish to present first for the strategies and approaches from your team.
All right, may I?
Go for it.
Okay, I have a breakout room with Sophie and Herlia. So we share about our experience and journey in English. And of course, we come from a different path. And so far that's, of course, each of us faced the different challenge in our journey. And I think that's okay to make a mistakes or even to just care about our journey. We don't need to listen to others about, okay, I'm not good right now, how I do it, how I achieve 7 in my IELTS, blah blah blah. I think that's totally okay because one day we will nail it. We will do it as long as we just do it continually, and yeah, we believe in ourselves like that. Probably Helia or Sophie, you want to add some words?
Feel free to support your teammate.
Actually,
Come on,
I'm in my
Harriet.
inner station, so I don't think I
Right.
can share much.
All right. So I think it's yeah, it's really important to know that to not really care about what other people thinks. So maybe because at the end of the day they were just learning and we made mistakes. So I was also trying to cover that aspects at the end of the sessions, how you change your perspective and see your approach to English. So it's a really good to know from the group. So maybe next group, if you wish to share. Who we got from the next group? All right, Ria.
So actually, lot of things that we share about the English language. I mean, we see English language is really important for us, but I still confused because in here, I mean, currently I'm studying master degree in Russia, so that's why I think that it's really difficult for me to balance both of them. Sometimes I want to speak English language, but in my mind, the vocabulary is Russian, so that's why it's really confused for me.
Yeah, I totally feel you. Yeah.
So in here, I just want to share with we discussed about the English language is really necessary for us to study in, abroad, for instance, and have a good career, and also, I mean, have a lot of chance when we can speak English fluently.
That's right. That's right. So
Maybe
yeah, right. Feel free to add on for your teammate. Yeah.
Yeah. We talk about consistency and friend. We need a partner to talk in English so we can solve our problem or maybe the challenge, because if we have a partner when we are learning in English, we can share each other about our everything and practice every single day about it so we can make a progress that we talked before at the breakout room. Consistency.
Yeah, that's right. So help each other out to be progressive because we are on the same boat of learning the language. So I think it's really important for us to support each other, to have an environment for each other to speak English. So I think it's a really clever strategy. All right. So can we hear from another group? Or just two groups, I'm not sure. And if it is just two groups, that's okay. But if it is more than two groups, I think we also wanted to hear from other groups as well.
There are 6 groups actually.
Okay, great.
Yeah, Farida, Fayumi, or Audit, maybe you guys can explain about our discussion in our group. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's sorry to interrupt. So I think it's your time. It's your time for you to express yourself. No, don't need to feel judgmental from others. So I think it's time to speak it out. So yeah, go for it.
Face your fear.
Yeah, clever.
Okay, I will share what we already talked in my group. So each one of the member on my group before, they share their experience about the journey from elementary until now, their journey when they learn English, and then some of them already joined some online courses, and then one of them also joined Kampung Pare, Kampung English Pare, to build English environment, and then one of them also joined English course because of their friend asked him to do. And then we know that English is very important for our life nowadays, because I think everything right now apa ya, the majority of information is delivered in English.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why it's very important for us to learn English. Just it. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Maybe other groups as well can learn from each other. So maybe some strategies that you can apply from other people's perspective. So I think it's we're trying to work together to get solutions. So at the end of the day, that we can overcome that sort of challenges. So go for it, Alife. Alife.
Sorry, is it me?
Yeah, Alife. I'm not sure.
F5.
Ah,
Olivia
okay.
is our friend.
Yeah, so I
Our
tried to. Yeah,
classmate.
that's right. My bad. So.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the time. I'm a representative of the room 5 with Mbak Indah, my friend in that discussion. So from the discussion, I got one more insights about how to maintain or to improve our English in the middle of struggles, because maybe we don't have partners or our surroundings don't talk in English, so we have to search the supporting environment, like join volunteering or joining a club like this one, MBC. So we cannot keep being passive, so we need to search supporting system in order to practice English. Otherwise, maybe we cannot improve in English, because as a non-native speaker, of course we have like limited skills in English. Although we already like pass IELTS test, pass the requirements for uni or so forth, but in fact we just know a little about that language. So in order to explore more and more, we need to broaden our circle or our friendship or our environment who are also speaking English actively and who have similar purpose with us. That's the point what I get from the discussion.
All right, perfect. So I think it says it's not the case of Indonesia, but also for my country, people in the countries as well, because we know some of the basics rules and basic knowledge of the English, but what we need actually is the environment where we can immerse ourselves and trying to practice the language to reach the full potential. I think it's a good English speaking environment. It's I think what most of us necessary or needed in the first place of the learning a language, or if you're trying to improve your language. I think it's one of the I would say crucial aspects to consider, to have a language that really kind of support you and really have you nurture and immerse yourself to reach your full potential. I think it's a clever strategy. So do we have another group? I think that's it, or hopefully that's it. So okay. So to wrap it up, so hope that each group will learn from other different groups about how they're trying to cope with this, the challenges or the struggle they're facing along with the language learning journey. So we're close to the wrap up of the session, but there are a few of the things that I will be discussing a little bit further. So wait, I will share the screen just a moment. So I just want to hear your opinion, actually, about the motivations. So feel free to engage in the discussion. So we have like, do you really think you need a motivation to study English? What do you think of this statements or the questions? Do you have any idea or any different perspective? By the way, can you see my screen, by the way?
Of course.
Yeah.
we can.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So just, yeah, do you have any different perspective, or do you really think we need motivation to study English? What do you think?
May I?
Go for it.
Well, I think, in my opinion, that we need a specific motivation or specific goals to achieve that, even in English journey as well. I didn't learn English so intensive until I decided to pursue my study abroad, and until that day. So I decided, well, I have to be good in English no matter what, because I have this goal, I have this dream, and I want to pursue that. And that goals made me to set the specific plan, the specific milestone, not actually specific, but predictable milestone that helped me a lot to improve my English literacy, like that. From from that day, I didn't even cannot speak well, and right now at least I couldn't try to have a conversation with my literature, I mean, like with my friends, with my global friends, or with my supervisor, and those things that really helped me a lot. And that's it.
Right, perfect. Thank you for sharing with us. So may I hear another opinion or perspective on that statement? Feel free to engage. No one here to judge you. You can rest
Yeah.
assured. Yeah,
May I share my
please,
do we
please.
do we need a motivation? In my opinion, motivation, it's a biggest aspect that we need to have when we try to get our fluency in English. Because if we don't have any motivation, we gonna stuck and we gonna stop learning English. But when we have a motivation, when we feel lazy or we feel I cannot do this anymore, and then we remind again, we remember we do have a motivation to learning this language, and we wanna gain something, and yeah, it's gonna be useful for us. I mean, it's for me, in my opinion, it's really useful for me because it's really helpful to me to gain my own fluency in English, even though I just able to communicate with English, even though sometimes my partner in English didn't know what did I talk to, right? But it's important to me, the motivation, yeah.
That's
But
right.
it's yeah,
Sorry, go
but
for it.
but the motivation, it depends on each person. We cannot give the same motivation to each person, right? But it's by ourselves what we really need. If is it we really need this language, then what our motivation? Then we decide what our motivation to get those fluency in English. Yeah, that's it, I guess. Yeah.
That's
Thank you.
lovely. Lovely to know your perspective on that statement. So yeah. So do we have another perspective? There's no right or wrong perspective.
Yes,
It's
may I?
please.
Okay. In my opinion, that I use for myself as well. Motivation is like a fuel for me for what is it like through all everything in my life, because motivation is such a big what is it like you know we if we don't have any motivations at all everything, I think we never get it at all as well. So like I said before, that motivation is a fuel for everything. So of course we need motivation. It's at all kind that we want to reach, or maybe we can set a goal for something because we have motivations. All everything it start from motivation. So yeah, if these questions may be asking to a lot of people, I think everyone say that yes, of course, we need a motivations to take it all in our life.
All right, lovely to hear. May we have the final perspective from the participants?
May I?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Maybe as a background, since junior high school until senior high school, I always won English speech contest in the first, second, or third winner. But